Welcome to the ground control station. Happy New Year, guys. We got Mr. Bejarano's Ranger AR-3500 on the bench. I appreciate your work, Mr. B. Sorry for any delays. And before we get started, just to let y'all know, man, the tail end of last year, I slowed things up, and the beginning of this year, I am still gonna slow things up. And it's due to just squaring myself away for family time and also house maintenance. That's right. I got to do a little bit of maintenance around the house and a little bit of upgrades. All right. So the story behind this radio, man, is it's been boxed away for 18 years. Okay. And Mr. B is trying to get back into the hobby, and he wants to make sure that this radio is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and matched up with a Palomar Skipper 350, I believe. All 2879s, transistors in that amplifier. So we already went through the receive, and it's about negative 105 dB down, which isn't bad at all. All right, so we got it powered up. We got your microphone installed. So also, here's the trick to this radio, okay? Now, yes, I can pull out a stock mic and do the testing and tuning and everything with the stock mic, but he's going to be using a Delta Echo Master. All right, so we want this radio matched up for this power mic. And the reason why, because even if you have a really good tune in the radio, okay, messing around with a power mic that's already pre-amplified before it gets into the radio, this alone can change your waveform if you jack it up too high concerning the mic gain on the mic, okay? And we'll get to that in a second. But this thing also has a Browning key up box. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but what I want to do is actually show y'all on the scope. If you can't hear it, you will see it. So, here's the trick. We're gonna have to tune this thing out with a power mic. So, Mr. B, the settings that I show you here on this mic is gonna be where you want to keep that setting. All right. So anything beyond that setting is definitely gonna make the waveform splatter, and I'll show you all that in a second. All right, and we're back, man. Took me forever to find a mic adapter for this damn thing. So we're just using the stock mic, Cobra, of course, because this Ranger AR-3500, even though it is a 4-pin, it is not wired the same as your Cobras and your Strikers and everything. All right, so 1 kilohertz tone coming up. Okay, guys, now as you can see, that is a pretty darn good waveform. All right, pretty decent waveform. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this stock mic and we're gonna put that power mic back on. Okay, so this radio has a pretty decent waveform, all right? So I'm gonna show you the difference of what the hell a power mic can do to a properly tuned radio. All right, so let's go ahead and clear out that waveform there, and back on the Delta. So you already see what happens, right? Okay, now I didn't change my 2-division carrier, which is needed. So we'll get it back to the same 2 divisions for the carrier. All right. and we'll freeze frame that. So, to all the guys out there saying that power mics or preamplified microphones cannot change the waveform, well, I just disproved that entirely, okay? Now, it's not too terrible. Sit you down right here. It is not too terrible. But when you look closely enough, the carrier is pinched. And you do have a flat top here, okay? And your negative peak always mimics the positive peak, okay? So bottom are negative peaks. They're always gonna mimic your positive peaks, which are up top. So, Mr. Bejarano, that is where you wanna keep your modulation at. 1 1/4, okay? In between 1 and 2. All right, mic gain all the way down. We're gonna get a little bit of a dead key here. Center meter is 50 watt slug. And we got about a 9 watt dead key, which is way too high to run that Palomar Skipper 350. And as you can tell here on the right side of the reflect, this is power loss or power reflected. So that's a 25 watt slug in reverse, and you have about 1/4 watt of reflect. Not much at all. All right, now we're over here at the digital meter, and mic gain's all the way down. We're gonna check that dead key. Just a little over 9 watts, about 1/4 watt of reflect, 272051. Basically spot on, man. These old rigs take a long time to warm up and stabilize. I mean, let's not forget, it is a Ranger. RCI, whatever you want to call it. Same thing, same beast. But on key, we're gonna bring the mic gain on the radio all the way up, and we'll get some peak readings. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Black Ops technology, Brigger. All right, man, you had about 37 watts there with about 1 watt of reflect as you modulate it. So it's definitely got some decent peak wattage. No two doubts about it. All right, now we're gonna throw a little modulation up in there while we watch that scope. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. 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 Sedelta power mic. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Breaker. All right. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing, brother. And it's crazy to me as well, because this thing's been sitting in a damn box for 18 years. So I'm happy that this thing's rocking and rolling, no doubt about it. But we got to get up in there and change that dead key. Because I tell you what, you can't drive nothing with 9 watts, man. All right, Mr. B. We're up in this thing, man. And I couldn't find anything snipped, clipped, or stripped. Okay? This radio is in really, really good condition. But even your Brownie noise toy here is from '89. Fucking old school, dude. Very cool. And as you can tell, none of your trap coils are spread, which is a plus. But what we're gonna get back here and do is pull your driver and your finals and make sure they got enough thermal compound to last you for another 20 years. All right, Mr. B, we're gonna chime in real quick and key this thing up and show you your dead key. 27205, dead key 3.8 watts. a 0 on that dead key now. Remember, you had about a quarter of a watt of reflect on a 9-watt dead key. So let me unkey. So inevitably, you can drive that Palomar Skipper 350, you know, at 4 watts, 5 watts, 6 watts, yes, but it's gonna be really, really hard on the output tune. It's gonna be really hard on the 2879 transistors. So there are videos out there of guys hitting these amplifiers pretty damn hard, but I guarantee you those same amplifiers have been out for fucking repair, okay? So inevitably, key up again, 3.8 watts of dead key will be more than enough. I mean, absolutely more than enough to drive the snot out of that Palomar. All right, now we're gonna show some peak settings, okay? Audio, check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 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 All right, give me a second. Let me change my 2-division carrier. Audio, check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 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 About as clean as I can get it with this power mic. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, guys, now we're gonna check sideband, okay? Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 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 All right, you had about 33 watts there, peak on sideband. All right, now we're gonna throw a dual tone up in there for sideband.
Old school radio, no two doubts about it. Ranger AR-3500. We got some fans going on in the background. Hopefully that's not too loud. But this Cotton Picker's smoking and stroking, man. Old school radio, AR-3500 with the Brown & Key up noise toy. No doubt about it. Break, break, break. Damn it, boy. And I just got down.
Okay, YouTubers, Mr. B. Well, on the phone, we had an awesome conversation, and I enjoyed it. And I know you wanted me to get off this screen protector, okay? And actually, let me move the camera a little bit, just a little bit more, and then we're gonna zoom in. Okay, so now I did this whole portion here, all right? Getting that plastic screen protector off. And then I started up here. The reason why I stopped doing this down here and started up here, because I noticed how it's just molded itself into the faceplate. It's been on here so long, Mr. B, that to get this off, you would have to use something really abrasive. Alcohol, acetone. And I don't recommend it because it would make this real glossy finish here blurry and nasty looking. Even for strikers, the face plates. Guys, don't even use diluted alcohol or diluted acetone. I'm gonna dive into one thing real quick, okay? Because I'm really tired of hearing this bullshit. And you know where all the information is coming from. Barefoot Mobile, Barefoot Base Station. Well, we all know the dumbass in the desert in his little trailer is not barefoot. He's never barefoot. Okay. And he still claims that his mobile is barefoot. Well, let me tell you this, guys, especially in his recent gait his recent DX gate in his mobile, as well as the other mobile gates. If you really listen, turn your volume up, and you really listen when he keys up and things get quiet or a pause in his transmission, you can hear at least 2 to 4 DC fans blowing. Okay, now we can't get DC fans blowing inside a chassis, inside an enclosed amplifier. Okay, we can't get those DC fans mixed up with an AC blowing. Okay, that is not air conditioned blowing in his mobile, in his broken down Jeep, which isn't even a real Jeep. But if you listen really closely to his mobile gates, when he keys up and there's not much going on in the background, you can definitely hear the DC fans in his mobile amplifier. So from me to you and to all the rest of the guys in the community, that is one lying motherfucker, dude. You know, pardon my French, but that is a lying mofo. No pun intended. But, you know, you do the research yourself. You listen to the videos yourself. Turn the volume all the way up. Put your ear to the speaker if you got to. It's freaking hilarious, man. This guy is so stupid that he thinks he can key up in his barefoot mobile and nobody's going to hear those DC fans running in the back with keeping that mobile amplifier cooled down. Like I say, man. And this is the same guy that talks about nobody having integrity, people being con artists, and people being liars. Anyways, Happy New Year, fellas. I hope it brings you prosperity and happiness. Here's the 2024 and beyond. Ground Control 204, Black Ops Technology.